In the summer of 1991, a quiet neighborhood in Milwaukee, Wisconsin became the center of one of the most disturbing criminal investigations in American history. For years, a man living behind the walls of an ordinary apartment building had managed to hide a horrifying secret. Neighbors noticed strange smells, unusual noises, and troubling incidents, but the truth remained hidden until one desperate moment changed everything. On July 22, 1991, a young man named Tracy Edwards escaped from a dangerous situation and ran into the streets looking for help. His encounter with police officers would finally uncover a case that had remained unsolved for years. The name behind the investigation was Jeffrey Dahmer. But beyond the headlines and the shocking details, this was a story about victims whose lives were taken too soon, families searching for answers, and a system that failed to recognize warning signs. This is the story of the Milwaukee case, one that changed how America looked at criminal investigations forever could create a global crisis. Jeffrey Lionel Dahmer was born on May 21, 1960, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He grew up in a middle-class family, but his childhood was marked by difficulties and emotional struggles. As a young boy, Dahmer was described as quiet and isolated. His parents' relationship became troubled, and eventually, his family experienced a painful separation. During his teenage years, Dahmer became increasingly withdrawn. While many young people struggle with loneliness and identity, those around him noticed changes in his behavior, but did not understand the seriousness of what was happening. In 1978, shortly after graduating high school, Dahmer committed his first known murder. The crime went undiscovered for years, and Dahmer continued living a seemingly normal life. After serving in the military and attending college briefly, he returned to Ohio and later moved back to Wisconsin. For a long period, his criminal actions remained hidden. One of the most troubling aspects of the case was not only what happened, but how long it went unnoticed. Dahmer lived in an apartment complex called Oxford Apartments in Milwaukee. Neighbors reported concerns over the years, including unusual odors and disturbing situations. Some complaints reached authorities, but the full reality of what was happening inside the apartment was not discovered. The case later raised serious questions about communication failures and whether different warning signs could have been connected earlier. The victims were mostly young men from vulnerable communities. Their families spent years searching for answers, hoping their loved ones would return home. Behind every news headline were real people: sons, brothers, friends, and members of their communities. On the night of July 22, 1991, Tracy Edwards managed to escape from Dahmer and flagged down police officers. When officers investigated the situation, they discovered evidence that led them to Dahmer's apartment. What they found revealed the scale of the crimes and immediately turned the investigation into a national story. Dahmer was arrested that night, ending a case that had remained hidden for years. The investigation that followed would uncover failures, unanswered questions, and the stories of many victims whose families had been waiting for justice.